Attention passionate Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Buffalo Bills' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Buffalo Bills fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. You're probably sitting there, scrolling through your feeds, wondering what's the latest buzz around the Bills, right? Well, hold on tight because there's some pretty intriguing speculation swirling around that could shake up the AFC East more than we've seen in recent years. The NFL rumor mill is humming about the Washington Commanders potentially trading wide receiver Terry McLaurin to the Bills. Yes, you heard that right. McLaurin, a player who's become one of the most reliable and explosive receivers in the league, might soon be donning the Bills' colors. And let me tell you, if this happens, it isn't just a small move, it's a statement. A sign that Buffalo is serious about elevating this roster to new heights. Now, let's back it up a bit and look at the context. The Commanders are sitting at 3-9 right now, a disappointing record for a team that's been hoping to turn things around. They're facing some serious cap constraints, around $60 million, which makes big moves in the offseason pretty challenging. According to NFL.com Buzz, the Commanders are prioritizing their quarterback search and trying to bolster their defense, which currently allows a hefty 9 points per game. With that in mind, trading McLaurin for a future fourth-round pick in the 2026 draft seems to be a move driven by financial flexibility and strategic positioning, rather than a reflection of McLaurin's talent. This is a player who's been a proven commodity, capable of making contested catches, burning defenses deep, and providing that reliable target that every QB dreams of having. Speaking of McLaurin, the guy is what we'd call a speedster with contested catch abilities. He's a threat downfield, always a matchup nightmare, and he adds a layer of consistency to any passing game. For the Bills, acquiring him would be a game changer. Remember, Buffalo's WR core has been decent, but lacking that true deep threat and game-breaking speed that can stretch defenses and open up the field for Josh Allen. McLaurin, in his 7th NFL season, has accumulated over 120 receiving yards with a career average of 14.1 yards per catch and 29 touchdowns. He's a proven performer, 7 seasons, 435 receptions, and multiple Pro Bowls under his belt. And last season, he was pretty solid with 5 games played, 20 receptions on 35 targets, totaling 299 yards and 2 touchdowns. His PFF grade of 86.5 is nothing to sneeze at, and he's shown 0 injury concerns, which is a huge plus for any team looking to add stability at wide receiver. Now, why would the Commanders entertain trading McLaurin? Well, they're facing some long odds to make the playoffs this year, plus 100 to win the Super Bowl, and their rookie quarterback, Sam Howell, has struggled at times, averaging just 21.8 points per game. The team's depth at wide receiver is also a concern, especially after allowing over 323 points this season. The trade might be a way to fund the offensive line upgrades, or even add a bit more depth in the secondary, echoing how the Giants made strategic moves last year with players like Robinson to add deep yardage and explosiveness. So what does this mean for the Bills? First off, adding McLaurin gives us a speedster who can stretch the field, adding about 900 projected yards and boosting the contested catch EPA by around 16%. That's huge. It means more first downs, more explosive plays, and less reliance on the run game in key situations. For Josh Allen, having a receiver like McLaurin means more freedom to make those deep throws, especially in the red zone where the Bills have sometimes struggled to convert. And with McLaurin's ability to gain yards after the catch, his YAC stats are impressive. The Bills' offense could become even more dynamic. Let's not forget the impact on the offense's overall efficiency. Buffalo currently averages around 21.6 points allowed per game on defense, but with McLaurin's addition, we're looking at an offensive boost that could push the Bills into the upper echelon of scoring teams. The deep threat presence alone can force defenses to stay honest, creating more space for Dawson Knox, Stephon Diggs, and even Gabe Davis. Plus, McLaurin's ability to perform in contested situations gives Allen a reliable target in clutch moments, especially in the red zone, where the Bills could see around a 10% improvement in red zone efficiency. In terms of matchups, McLaurin's skill set could be particularly effective against divisional rivals like the Jets, where speed and contested catches are crucial. His ability to gain an extra 2 yards per contested catch and increase deep target percentages by 15% makes him a true X-factor. And with the Bills' schedule, having that deep threat can be the difference maker in close games, especially late in the season when every possession counts. The possibility of him boosting the team's deep routes and YAC, yards after catch, by over 11% makes a real difference in the Bills' offensive game plan. Now, looking at the bigger picture, this potential move could reshape the AFC East landscape. Buffalo, already sitting comfortably at 8-4, is in a strong playoff position, but adding a player like McLaurin could elevate them to serious Super Bowl contenders. Remember, the Bills' Super Bowl odds are currently around plus 900, but with a move like this, those odds might tighten even further, especially if he makes an immediate impact. His presence could be the spark that pushes Buffalo over the top, especially as they aim to build on their recent success and finally get back to the Super Bowl stage. Comparing McLaurin's potential impact to other recent moves, it's clear that Buffalo is looking to build a roster that not only competes now, but also positions itself for sustained success. The Bills have been knocking on the door for a Super Bowl appearance for a few years now, and adding a player of McLaurin's caliber is a statement of intent. It's about stacking the deck, making strategic moves to outpace rivals like the Jets and Dolphins, and establishing a powerhouse that can dominate the AFC East for years to come. And let's talk about the bigger narrative here. The Bills are building an empire of optimism in the East, aiming to cement their dominance while others are still trying to figure things out. The Commanders, on the other hand, seem to be taking a cautious approach, possibly building for the future with a trade like this, which could be viewed as a ceding of some current assets for future flexibility. But for Bills fans, this is an exciting prospect, an addition that could turn the tide in our favor, giving us that extra gear we need to finally punch through and get to the big game. In conclusion, if this trade materializes, it'll be one of those moves that's talked about for years, a decision that could define the season. McLaurin's speed, hands, and consistency make him a perfect fit for the Bills' offense, and his addition could be the catalyst for a deep playoff run and ultimately a shot at the Super Bowl. The Bills are already a strong team, but with that extra spark, that extra weapon, they become almost unstoppable. So stay tuned, Bills Mafia, big things are brewing, and this potential move might just be the start of a new chapter in the Bills' quest for glory. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Buffalo Bills news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Buffalo Bills fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential trade? Are you excited about the idea of McLaurin joining the squad? Do you think it's the move we need to finally get over the hump and make a serious Super Bowl run? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Bills. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Buffalo Bills news. Keep the faith, keep the passion, and let's keep pushing toward that ultimate goal, a Super Bowl victory for the Bills.